Welcome back to Arc Tutorials. This is expressjs and MySQL CRUD tutorial for beginners. In the last episode, we have implemented the create functionality, which is an endpoint to insert data via expressjs as an endpoint and to the database MySQL. Today, we are going to write read functionality, which is whenever you want to retrieve data from database and send it back from Express, that's where we use the read functionality. CRUD stands for create, read, update and delete. Today we are going to implement the R, which is reading data and reading resources from the database. If you haven't checked out the first three parts, I'll request you to do so because a lot of code that we have written there will be used in this episode as well. So it's a continuity and incremental mode. So it would only make sense if you are following this tutorial in entirety. Thank you so much. If you have already done it, let's get started. So today we are going to build a get API and create a query to read the records, send the response and do error handling. Right, without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright, so this is what we had implemented last time, which is the post API and to create. Today we are going to do the read functionality, which is to retrieve data from the database. Okay, so it's a RESTful, so we'll write app.get. Whenever we are doing a read, we will always use get. Now our table or the application that we are building is a ticketing system. So let's write the tickets followed by the ID. So what I'm saying is I will pass an ID and I would want to retrieve data for that particular ID. Now we should always write async APIs. So async, and that's it for the structure of the app.get. It will take the path of ticket slash ID. That means we'll pass an ID at the in the URL and we'll handle the request and the response. Now so the best way is to always start with writing try catch, and then first let's get the ID from the URL. So we are going to say request dot oh, not from equal to request dot params. Okay, so this is get the ID from URL. Okay, so constant ID, get that ID, and then what we are going to do is use our method that we have defined in the last episode to make a query. Now you can define the query here, so you can say build the query like how we did last time. So I'm going to say that equal to, now this is a simple query, right? So it would just be select star from table name. Table name is tickets where ID is equal to question mark, right? So it's a string, so just this much. And what we are going to do, we are going to use our query promise method which we have built and pass that SQL. And for the value, what are we going to pass? We are going to pass the ID. Okay, and that is passed with ID. Okay, so this ID that we got, we are passing it to that particular method. Now once you have it, all you can do is check if results dot length, because either it will be an array, is equal to 0. That means you did not get any results. That means, so you can say result dot status. Here we'll send the status and say 404 and say dot JSON, and here we can set the values and we can say error, and we can define and say ticket not found, or we can say no matching tickets found. Okay, if it was 0, else if the results were found, then we will send proper response, which is we'll set a status of 500 and we will send the data back. So we are going to say result of 0. That means the first record that it found, because since it's a query which takes only one, will have only one record at any time. Once we have done this, we can say here console.error. We can log it. Also, we can send the response.status 500 and set a error message too, and say error, right? Fail to fetch the ticket details, like something failed. Now same thing, we can add it to the post call also in the error, right? Fail to create the ticket. Alright, so that's all we need for the get. All we are doing is collecting the ID from the URL, building the query, and sending it to our query promise method. And what it does is it will execute and return you the results. If it has failed, it would throw an error, because that's what we wrote here, reject and throw that error, right? And if that result value is equal to 0, that means no matching records were found. Else we found the record, found matching record, and just return it into a status, not status 500 actually. If it's successful, it should be status 200. 200 OK means, right? And then we'll send the result of 0, that means first record. Perfect. Now let's run this and see how it works. Close this here, run node.js started. So it's a get call. So in your postman now we will make it get, and for the tickets I'm going to say number 2. Okay, that means retrieve the ticket with ID 2. So now it's returning me ticket ID 2. Let's try with number 3. So it's returning the data correctly. Now let's give something which is not there. Let's say 100. So it says error, no matching records found, and you can see here it is setting the 404 status, which is what we are doing here. Okay, so nice. So this is what it takes to build a get or read functionality of a particular ID. But what if there are multiple search criteria? We will also build that as we move in the series. I'm going to show you how to build a search functionality also on top of this. All right. Perfect. So that's for today's task, which was to build a get API to retrieve a record, given record based on the ID of that particular URL. Now, in the next episode, like I said, I will show you search functionality where you will read more than one matching thing. So let's do that also, and then we'll do update and delete. Okay. Thank you so much for joining in this episode. I'll see you in the next episode. We will build again read resources, but we'll implement search functionality, which would return more than one value. With that being said, thank you so much for joining. See you in the next episode.